On December 3rd, 2014, I entered into this chamber to sign my declaration of office and to take my seat as the incredibly proud councillor for Ward 3. I'd like to reflect on this inaugural ceremony as I made the solemn promise to truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise the office to the best of my knowledge and ability. And I should state that over the course of these past 4 years, I've strived to live up to this oath to the best as I could, making the best decisions with the best information I had at the time and with the shared values instilled in me by my community. The honor to serve in this capacity has been a source of my greatest professional pride and at times humility. Knowing that our work impacts hundreds of thousands of residents each and every day is a responsibility that I have carried very seriously. Public service as an elected city councillor has been one of my most noblest pursuits. There is no doubt that this work comes with personal sacrifices. I would like to state my deepest respect and appreciation for my spouse, Jade, who has been a source of support and compassion throughout my highs and lows of this office, who's probably at home watching with my son, Langston. I love you. My success as a counselor has only been made possible through the loving support of my spouse and my family at home. And my extended office family, who's here today, of administrative support staff who over the years have provided Ward 3 with an exceptional constituency casework for residents and personal, professional, and political support for myself. My success has primarily been theirs, and any failures have entirely been my own. Fortunately, having been blessed with my son Langston during this term has provided me with a newfound perspective as a father concerned about the generational future of our society. He constantly reminds me that as a council, we are planting the seeds of a tree for whose shade we know we will never sit in. And I'd like to take a moment, a personal moment, to thank all of you in these chambers, colleagues as counselors, and certainly our staff. You have all taught me invaluable lessons about myself and about the nature of municipal leadership and government. For those of you who took the time to get to know me outside of this work as a person, I thank you for your mentorship. Your support over the years has been incredible. There are friendships from around this table that I look forward to carrying with me throughout my life. My hope for all of you who have the privilege of being elected in this next term of council is that you become even more bold in building a compelling vision for the future of this city. My hope is that over the course of these next few weeks of this election, you take the opportunity to express your citywide vision and present a willingness to move forward as one city, leaving behind the past legacies of fiefdoms and division. When at our best and working together around this table, we have tackled some of the most important questions of this decade. I'd like to acknowledge and appreciate for a moment the support that you have granted me in pursuing my own mandate this term of council. With a clear understanding that climate change is real, early in my term I was proud to have championed the community-led policy submitted by Blue Dot Hamilton as Ontario's first municipality to ratify an environmental Bill of Rights. And as this housing crisis has unfolded, I am proud to have worked with all of you around this table in making historic reinvestments in social housing, most particularly in my role as Vice President and Treasurer of City Housing Hamilton. And with increasing precarity in work coupled with the stagnant social assistance, I am grateful to have had your support and the support of our staff in leading this province in reining in the predatory practices of payday loans by being the first city to license them here in Hamilton. I admit, though, one of my deep regrets is that we failed to boldly lead on supporting a living wage. a cause that I hope is not forgotten in this next term of council. The question of social justice, as presented by my dear colleague and friend, Aidan Johnson, is no doubt going to be compounded by the current class war being perpetuated by this provincial Conservative government. In 2014, my path to this office was long and hard fought. It was a journey that was supported by my incredible family and with the support of hundreds of campaign volunteers and supporters. During this time, we committed to building a safe and vibrant community full of opportunities for everybody, regardless of their income and their area code. Leveraging the legacy projects of my predecessor, Mr. Bernie Morelli, with the supports of Councillors Marula, Collins, and Farr in the Pan Am Stadium, and the now almost complete Seniors and Recreation Centre. Over the course of these past 4 years, I am proud to have made significant additional investments in the precinct, including a multi-million-dollar investment in the acquisition and further development of the King George Hub, including the partnership with OCAD University, the Hamilton Public Library, our Early Years Centre, with an exciting future community investment announcement to come. One of the beautiful realizations of my work has been that regardless of who you are or where you live, I have found fundamentally that people want the same things. I have found that almost universally, residents want to live in safe communities that provide connectedness to their neighbors and their neighborhoods. In essence, everybody wants to feel like they belong here, whether they're newly arrived from Toronto or newly arrived to this country. There is enough space in this city for everybody. I am so proud of the support that we've had in investing in our public spaces, the places where people gather, our parks, our playgrounds, our bike paths, our street calming. These issues are universal, and I've heard them whether you're from Flamborough, Waterdown, the Mountain, the West End, or in the heart of the city in Ward 3. With close to $50 million in my neighborhood invested in infrastructure and $100,000 in community grants, I am proud to say that in Ward 3, we have done exactly what we said we were going to do when we went door to door, street to street, and neighborhood to neighborhood. And I am proud to say that we've done this together. In close, I would like to share that although I am transitioning from this job, I plan to continue my work as the interim executive director of the Hamilton Centre for Civic Inclusion, where I will continue my commitment to serving the people of Hamilton. Forging new community partnerships with HCCI seemed like a natural way for me to do that. I'd like to acknowledge Mile Coleman, who is here today, and my good friend Kojo, who I'm so very much looking forward to working with. As you know, HCCI has a vibrant history of standing up for newcomers, marginalized groups, and racial equality. These principles are aligned with my core values and my own interests in addressing social and economic injustice in our region and ensuring that we create a more welcoming and inclusive city. Thank you for this point of personal privilege, Mr. Mayor, and the extended time. Thank you to all of you around this table, to the senior management team, particularly to the 8,000 frontline city workers, firefighters, paramedics, and police. Peace. Thank you so very much.